second. All right, we're recording. So welcome to the call. I'm really excited you guys are on. I was just looking at the end of the month, and it's just so cool from my perspective to see the end of the month, how everybody, is really pushing hard for Success Club, and it's just cool to see those numbers go up. So if you ladies are still pushing for Success Club, which I think you are, keep pushing. It's not the end of the month. I've gone from Success Club 0 to Success Club 10 the last day of the month, so don't give up. But I'm going to hop right into inviting, and some of this is going to be kind of basic, and some of this is hopefully going to give you some new ideas. So I want to go ahead and share the screen. Just give me 1 second. I made a presentation because I used to be a teacher, so what's a call without a presentation, right? Let me know when you can see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. All right, so I entitled the call Direct and Passive Inviting. So we know there's more to Beachbody coaching than signing up as a coach and announcing to all your friends, hey, I'm a coach, now everybody buy from me. You have to be constantly inviting and posting and letting people know and adding to your network and things like that. So we're going to talk about the 2 different types of inviting tonight, and hopefully that'll give you some ideas on, how to grow your business. So first of all, what is passive inviting? Passive inviting, the best way to say it is when you're speaking to a general audience, not to a person. So I put my little cartoon there. There's a guy and there's a bunch of people. So you're passively inviting. You're not talking to just one person. You're talking to a whole bunch of people. On Facebook, we do a lot of passive inviting, and I'm going to talk about specific ways that we do that on Facebook. So for one, I don't know if you guys do this or not, but I do Facebook events every once in a while. When I talk about a Facebook event, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. So for example, right now we have a Facebook event called The Beauties and the Beast, or Beauties Meet the Beast. I'm not sure what I called it. And that is I'm giving information, actually we as a team are giving information about Body Beast. It's the current promotion. We're doing a women's only group all about Body Beast. And so what we did was, when I invited to this particular group, I went through my friends list and I invited any women that I thought were interested. And then, Jenna invited people and Tara invited people and on and on and on. I would be creative with the titles. So we did Beauties Meet the Beast. You could do Countdown to Christmas, New Year, New You, No Excuses November, something catchy. If you just entitle it My 21-Day Fix Group, people aren't going to necessarily be so interested in it. So try to be creative with those titles. I try to post in there 2 to 3 times daily. This is something I learned from experience. I used to just throw up a Facebook event and then expect everybody's like an RSVP and join my group. It's not that easy. So the reason I post in there 2 to 3 times a day is because you guys know we're invited to events all the time. I mean, every once in a while I'll click the little events tab and I'll be like, oh, I was invited to like 16 different oil groups and mascara parties and fundraisers and 5Ks and stuff like that. And I didn't even know it because a notification doesn't necessarily show up. So by posting it in the event frequently, you're not only amping up the excitement, you're letting the people know what it's about, you're forming relationships, but most importantly, it shows up in their newsfeed. Because if it doesn't show up in their newsfeed and they don't click on the events tab, they're not even going to know that they're invited to that event. So if it shows up in their newsfeed, they're going to know what you're doing and hopefully they'll RSVP. So in my event, I might post motivational stuff, funny stuff, a link to the group. I might post videos, photos. This morning I posted a photo after I did was it yesterday? One of these days I posted a photo after I did Body Beast. So I'm trying to constantly engage with these people. If they click on the group link and it's a free group, I would just, add them to the group. and message them and say, hey, I added you to the free clean eating group or the crock pot group or whatever. But if the group requires a message or a program, before you approve their ad, make sure you take them through the sales process, because you really don't want somebody in the Body Beast group that doesn't have the program. Makes sense? Never assume that if you invited them, they're seeing it. Like I said, I get invited to stuff all the time and I don't even know it. So by posting frequently, hopefully they'll see the events, and then hopefully, you'll be able to help them out with a program or Shakeology. I message all who like, comment, or RSVP to the event. I know that can be really scary for new coaches. But if someone likes one of my pictures that I post in the event, I might say something like, hey, I saw that you liked my photo in the Beauties and Beast event. Are you interested in joining us? Or if they comment, I'll say, hey, I saw that you commented on my post. Are you as excited as I am? And lead the conversation from there. If they RSVP to it, they're telling me that they want to join. Hold on, Heidi. I'm going to put you, you put yourself on mute. Hi, how are you, Heidi? Thanks for hopping on. So if they RSVP to the event, then that means that they do want to join, but they might be kind of confused as to what it is. So the message I'll send is, hey, I saw that you RSVP to the event. Did you already have the program? Do you have a coach? Or can I help you through the ordering process? So I actually did that today for the Beauties and the Beast event. And I had one girl say, I already do cardio and weight train. I didn't know it was a specific program. Can I just do what I'm doing? So she just didn't really understand it. I had another girl who was a coach from another team who just thought it was just for anybody to join. And then I had another girl who's interested, but she has Lyme disease. So we're kind of talking our way through. So make sure that you start those conversations with the people who like, comment, and RSVP to your events, because that's a great way to start a conversation. All right. The second passive invite that I just recently started doing is Facebook parties. So just like a mascara party or an oil party or whatever kind of party, I've done probably 5 or 6 Facebook parties. So what I do is I usually ask a pretty good challenger to host the party for me, and I create a private group, and I run it for 5 days. And within those 5 days, I give information, what is Beachbody? What are the programs? What is Shakeology? Here's some transformations. Here's, just basic information. I do contests like offer nutrition facts, and if they get the right answer, they get a Shakeology sample, whatever. Just kind of make it a fun thing. Maybe a scavenger hunt where they have to go to the Beachbody website and, find out more information or whatever. Reason I ask a challenger to host the Facebook party is because it's a great lead-in to to being a coach. If they get a lot of sales from their party, I could say to them, that's pretty much what I do for a living. Have you ever thought about coaching? If they don't want to coach, I offer them incentives, like for every challenge pack that somebody buys, I'll give you $10 off. Future order, or for everyone who buys a program, I'll give you, I don't know, a shaker cup. Or you could even just do increments, like for every $100 that your party gives me in sales, I'll give you this much off your next program. Whatever, you can come up with your own incentives. I message all who like and comment on my party posts, just like the events. I run these for 5 days. I add all of the people who are participating in the Facebook party as friends on Monday. And then on Wednesday, I message them to see if they have any questions, because once again, I'm in like 15 oil groups. I see it in my news feed, but I might not necessarily know what it is per se. So by messaging them halfway through the party, you're making sure that they know, you were added to this group. This is what it is. Did you have any questions? And then what generally happens is on Thursday and Friday, they're looking in the group because they may not have realized that they were in the group. My only advice is I wouldn't run these too often because you don't want to become that mascara lady, like love the mascara. I have one, but I don't need any more, Same with the oils. I get added to a lot of them, love the oils. I'm a distributor myself, but I don't need any more. So you got to be really careful about how often you do it. Make it a secret weapon. Maybe you're having a slow month or something, and you want to use this as a platform to meet some more people. Does that make sense? You guys have any questions about that? It's kind of a new concept. No?
Fun.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. You'll see the picture at the top. I did a party with my friend Christine. Her company is called Hilltop Designs. So we did Hilltop Designs and Beachbody, our favorite things. And we actually took turns. So I did Monday, she did Tuesday, I did Wednesday, she did Thursday. And her company is made from scratch soaps, oils, balms, that kind of stuff. So then we intertwined how, putting chemicals in your body from beauty products and putting chemicals in your body from food, both of them are kind of one and the same. So we actually we worked together, incorporated the two companies, and then did a party that way. And it was pretty cool. She got a lot of sales from my customers, and I got some sales from her customers, and we were able to work together on that. So that was fun. I know Marcy did one with a Wild Tree. No. Is it Wild Tree, the freezer meal stuff? Wild Tree? Yeah. And what she did was she put together a 21-day fix Wild Tree bundle. So then like Marcy's 21-day fix customers would buy the bundle from her. And then that also introduced her Wild Tree customers to what the 21-day fix was. So they kind of work together. So just thinking outside the box a little bit. All right, so Facebook posts on your personal page is another indirect or passive way of posting. This is total personal preference, but I keep my personal page posts about Beachbody very subtle. It's just my personal preference. Lots of top coaches use their personal page for Beachbody. I don't. I use a business page, but I do post every once in a while about Beachbody on my personal page. So, but like I said, I keep it very subtle. So, for example, I might say something like, I just got my BullFlex weights in the mail. I'm so excited to start Body Beast. I post a picture of my kids drinking Shakeology. So I'm not like doing an actual shout out like, hey, join my coaching group or my challenge group. It's more of a subtle mention. I treat my personal page like the extension of my business page. I keep it upbeat, positive. If you're really negative on your personal page, but then really positive on your business page, people are going to feel like it's fake. So you kind of want to really filter what you post even on your personal page. Stay away from the obvious things, swear words, politics, union, non-union, trying to think of what else. Like things that, abortion, hot topics that people might find offensive or it might start a debate. So I would just stay away from that stuff on your personal page and just keep it very upbeat and positive. Not saying like you have to be perfect mommy. You can say you had a bad day or whatever. My rule about that stuff is if I say I'm having a bad day, I'll twist it and like make a joke of it. Like, Deacon got into the pantry for the 15th time today. He must be hungry, or I don't know, something like twist it so it's kind of a joke. Or you could say something like, yesterday I had a really bad day, but then I realized how blessed I was because of X, Y, and Z. So you could talk about your struggles, but always twist them into a positive thing. So I focus on building relationships on my personal page, and then I bring them over to my business page. I add 7 friends a day. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, so Facebook posts on your personal page, don't shy away from posting about Beachbody there, but personally, I just keep it really subtle. Okay, so this is where the business really happens, on your business page. This is another example of passive passive inviting, because once again, you're doing a post to a general audience. You're not talking to one person, you're talking to a whole bunch of people. So it's a passive or an indirect invitation. So I could do a whole call on business page posts. Heidi has heard it all. It's a big, huge topic, but just a few highlights. I plan and post my week, post challenge group invites and coaching invites during high traffic times. For me, I found out that Sunday evening and Mondays are my highest traffic. I think Sunday evening people, go to church, do family stuff. It's kind of a chill night. They, maybe watch TV, hop on the computer. I get a lot of challenge packs sold on Sundays. And Mondays, for whatever reason, it seems like a lot of people spend a lot of time online on Mondays. Maybe because it's like the beginning of the week or whatever. Had Cyber Monday, it's not Cyber Friday, it's Cyber Monday, like online day. The rest of the week I fill with inspiration and motivation. I put the least important posts towards the end of the week. So I find that, why is my screen sharing paused? Can you guys see this?
I can see your screen. I don't know if it's a current slide.
I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know. Okay, so what I was going to say was I put my most important post Sunday night and Monday, and then Tuesday I usually do kind of like a recipe, Wednesday something, Thursday transformation, and the posts I do Friday and Saturday are usually just silly posts, because not very many people are looking at your Facebook page on Fridays and Saturdays. I target my boosts and ads. If you don't do boosts or ads, that's a whole nother call. I can most definitely help you with that. But I target my posts to see specific people. So I work mostly with moms. So I set my age to like 25 to 45-year-old females. And then I put things like Disney, diapers, children's clothing, Target, bottles, breastfeeding, Carter's. What else do I put in there? I'm trying to think. Johnson & Johnson. Like all of those things that the mom that I'm looking for would be interested in. I don't necessarily put like weight loss or dieting or fitness or any of that, because I'm kind of looking for the mom who isn't into that, so I can bring them into that. If I'm doing a military discount post, obviously I write lots of things about military, like American, Navy, Coast Guard, like that kind of stuff. I find that $1 to $2 a day for 5 to 7 days works best. That's the cost of a Starbucks. So, it works pretty well. Can you guys see this screen, the business page post?
No.
It's not working. Hold on. Let me try again. Chat. Did somebody chat me? Hi, Heidi. Yours is stuck on Facebook events? Really? Was you guys stuck on Facebook events? So this whole time I've been talking, you guys haven't seen the screen?
Notes.
I'm sorry. Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, let me show you what the other screens look like. Wait, hold on. Okay, so this was my Facebook parties post. That was me and Christine. Okay. This was my picture of my kids drinking Shakeology that I put on my personal page. Here's some business page posts. Here again. Okay, so this is where I'm at. Oops. Never assume because you posted about a challenge group once, challengers will come running. This is your upline coach, is probably the, I won't call it a complaint, but the problem that I hear most from the coaches that are underneath me is they post about a challenge group and they're like, nobody liked or commented, nobody's joining my challenge group, what am I doing wrong? Well, just because you posted about the challenge group once doesn't mean that all of a sudden you're going to have customers running to you. You really do have to be very consistent with it. The average customer will have to see your post 7 times before they commit. Now, I'm not saying you need to post the same thing 7 times, but maybe like you post once a week for a month, that's 4 times, and then the next month on the 5th time, they see that you're doing these challenge group things, they'll come back, you know? So never think, I mean, could you imagine if you only saw a commercial once for a movie? After seeing that commercial once, would you just go see that movie? It's usually like you saw it and you're like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. And then you kind of forget about it. And then the next time you see a preview for a movie, you're like, oh, that was the movie that I wanted to see. And you're like, oh, okay, we're going to do that. And then you see it again, you're like, oh, we got to write down the name of this movie. We got to go see it. You know, it works the same thing with the challenge groups. People are watching, they'll see it, and then they'll kind of forget about it. And then they'll see it and be like, oh, she's doing one of those again. She really messaged her. And then they'll forget about it. So you have to be really consistent. And it cracks me up, you know. I'm sure Heidi can attest to this as well, but people just come out of the woodworks. They've never liked or commented on anything that you've ever posted, and then all of a sudden they're like, hey, when's the next time you're running that challenge group, or what is coaching group or whatever? And you're like, where did you come from? But they've been watching the whole time. So don't just post once and then get discouraged and quit. I did have one coach who did quit like 3 weeks in because she posted once and nobody joined and she quit. There's power in indirect inviting, like posting, you know, like I said, you're on Facebook, you've got your post, it's going to a whole bunch of people, not just one person, it's indirect. But you also must do direct inviting, which is inviting one person specifically. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Never post and run. After you post, hang around to interact with those who like and comment. Ask support from our team. The more likes and comments your post gets, it gets seen by more. That's the whole Facebook affinity thing, which is a whole nother call. All right, here's a couple more examples of business page posts. I always invite those who like my posts to like my page. Does that make sense? They like your post, you invite them to like your page. Scout your business page for those you'd like to add as a friend on your personal page. And then from your personal page, start forming them. Forming stands for family, occupation, career, and what does M stand for? Motivation? I can't remember. That's an acronym that, you know, it's just all about connecting. So you ask them about their family, their occupation. I can't remember. Anyway, you're building relationships with them. Okay, so the 5th form of indirect inviting is free stuff. So always give away lots of free stuff. If you haven't read The Go-Giver, you should read that. And it talks about the more you give, the more you will get in return. It's a great book. When I'm finished reading it, you're more than welcome to use my copy. But giving away free stuff does not just mean giving away Shakeology samples, because those are costly. So it could be giving away a free clean eating group. It could be giving away a meal plan. It could be giving away a PDF on scheduling your meals for the month. It could be 5-minute workouts. It could be like a 30-day ab challenge. It could be recipes. You could offer recipes in exchange for their email addresses and then add them to your mailing list. Free stuff doesn't necessarily have to cost money. It might cost you some time. But it most definitely doesn't have to cost money. So yes, do we give Shakeology samples and shaker cups and stuff away? Absolutely. But I don't want you to, go broke doing that stuff. So be careful with it. Use your imagination. Tara Carr, who's a top coach, she grew her business by something, I think her thing was called Fit Budget Groups. And she would run groups based on Dave Ramsey's books on like how to budget as a family. And then she would incorporate, grocery shopping in there. And she did that. Crystal Bland has grown a lot of her groups talking about her thyroid disease. And so she would give away, meal plans for other women with thyroid disease. Now she's pregnant, so she's doing a lot more like Prego Fit stuff. Mindy Wender is big into Disney, so she would do like Disney vacation advice groups or whatever. You could give away anything. It doesn't have to be necessarily to do with Beachbody, but it's earning that or building that relationship. Oh, and this Eat Real Food, that's a recipe group I have. So I just have a bunch of women in there, and I just post random recipes in there, and it's just like a recipe group. And then every once in a while, maybe every like 20 posts, I'll post something about Beachbody. So that's another idea. Okay, interest groups. Find groups that go along with your interests. For example, join a Stitch Fix group and mention you're looking for new clothes because you recently lost weight. So you're in the group and you're talking about clothes, but you like subtly say, oh, I lost weight. What are people going to say when you say that?
How did you do it?
How did you lose weight?
Your screen didn't move again.
What?
Your screen didn't move again.
Oh, come on. Hold on. Look at your beautiful faces. Don't look too close at mine. Can you see now?
Yes.
Okay. Oops. You could join a Disney trip group. Say, I've been saving money from my online job for a trip with my family. We have 10 minutes left. Crap. So they're going to say, what to you? Where do you work? They're Beachbody. Here's an example. If you look at the screen, I wrote in a Couch to 5K group. I can't see it. Hold on. Starting tomorrow, along with weightlifting through Body Beast. Any tips for a newbie? I'm in good shape, but I hate running. Guess what they asked?
What's Body Beast?
Body Beast. Okay. So I'm not like being salesy. I'm just kind of like, and then I got 5 comments on that, and guess what I did with all 5 of those people? I added them as friends. Okay, you guys are getting it. Passive inviting, posts on Instagram, emails. Here's an example of an email that I think I did yesterday. It said nothing about Beachbody in there. It was just a clean snack, whatever. I'm in the forefront of their mind, Wear and share. Don't overdo it, though, because you don't want to be that creepy Beachbody person. Carry your Shakeology to school, work, church. Heidi will probably laugh when my mom goes, yeah, I see Heidi always has that shake thing at church. So even my mom notices Heidi carries her Shakeology. She always calls it something. Oh, Heidi had that Beachbody at church the other day. She doesn't know it's called Shakeology. Flyers, business cards, etc. Hey, who was it that came up with the idea to put a little pamphlet in the trick-or-treat? Yes, I'm totally going to do that. I think that's a fantastic idea. So just, when the kids come, throw in a little flyer that's cute. And Marissa, when you come up with something cute, be sure to let us know.
Oh, gosh.
I asked anything else you could think of, but we don't have time, so don't think. All right, direct inviting. So direct inviting is when you're actually talking to one specific person. Private messaging, texting, emailing, or in person. Like tonight, I went out for coffee with a girlfriend, one-on-one, in person. She left, she bought the Body Beast Challenge Pack. So that was a direct invitation. So this is the really scary part of coaching. And honestly, this is the part that many new and old coaches skip. My success partner, Julie, has been a Beachbody coach for 5 years, and we've been talking a lot, and I think what she's missing in her business, she's still diamond. For 5 years, she's been diamond. And I think what she's missing is direct inviting. She doesn't do it. So never assume because someone liked or commented on your post, they will find your way to your website and order. So if you put up this great post and somebody says, I'm going to order today, do you take it to a private message? Because if you don't, they're probably not going to order. So don't assume that just because they say they're going to do it, you need to take that into a conversation. Be brave and message anyone who likes and comments on your posts, RSVPs to your events, etc. I try to start with thanking them for liking, commenting on the post. Try to be specific because maybe they don't remember that they liked or commented on the post. So, and start a conversation. So this is an example of what I did today. To Candace, I wrote, hey girl, I saw that you RSVP to the Beauties in the Beast group. Are you interested in the program? She saw it and never responded. No big deal, no sweat off my back. Other people that I messaged responded right away, and we had great conversations, and most of them said no, but a few said yes. So, it is what it is. Ask lots of questions. Just because they commented on your Turbo Fire post doesn't necessarily mean it's the right program for them. I always talk about it in terms of cars. So I say, you're a car salesman or woman. What's the first thing you're going to offer? You're going to offer the most expensive car there. So the most expensive thing we have is a challenge pack. If you come across objections, then you say, well, you can buy it just, without the Shakeology as a program or on demand. And if all else fails, always offer them a free group or something. No matter what, offer them support. So think of yourself, don't think of yourself as a car salesman because that would be bad. But, start from the top. Don't talk about the program and then be like, oh, the program's $40, but if you want to buy it with Shakeology, it's $140. Their brain's not going to work that way. Start with offering just a challenge pack and then move that way down. So here's an example of a conversation I had. I was inviting her to be a coach, and she said, I can't say anything to do with sales, blah, 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 blah. I said, I understand you like the group. So I'm continuing the conversation with her. That no is just not right now. And I directly invited her, and it's fine. She said no. So don't be afraid. Add 7 new friends a day. Write down who you added. First of all, clear all your friend requests out. Cancel them all. This took me about 2 hours to do the first time I did it because I swear to you I had 500 friend requests out there. So first of all, cancel all your friend requests and then add 7 new people and write down their names. The next morning when you wake up, check who accepted your friend requests and message them. Say, for example, hey, I saw we had a ton of friends in common, so I figured we might make good friends. And then delete all who didn't accept your friend requests. This enables you to start fresh every day. Okay, so you're only focusing on adding 7 new people. So today I added my 7. I think 5 of them accepted. I sent out 5 little messages, and probably 3 or 4 of them responded. And tomorrow morning, if the other 2 didn't accept, I'll just delete them. Here's an example. I wrote, thanks for accepting my friend request. I noticed we had a bunch of friends in common, so I thought I'd add you. And then she went on to respond, yeah, how do you know so-and-so and so-and-so? And we played a little Dutch bingo, and we ended up being like, how the heck do we not know each other? We have so much in common. And then I found out, she was really interested in oils, and I told her I like oils too, and then I told her I was a Beachbody coach, and on and on and on, and it just went on from there. She went on to tell me she had breast cancer. I mean, we became like BFFs in a matter of like 2 hours. So it can go pretty quickly. So, all right. Whew. Last but not least, the secret sauce is in the follow-up. Weekly, go through your messages and re-message that person if it's appropriate. Obviously, if, the conversation didn't add so well, don't keep, hounding them. I usually figure 30 to 60 days after they've said no is usually a good time to ask them if they're ready. I'll just say something like, hey, I know I invited you to my October challenge group, but I'm starting one now. It's January. Would you be interested? I know it's been a couple months. So that's usually how long I wait. I don't ask them every month because I don't want to, be annoying or whatever. So, all right, questions?
I don't think I have any.
No? Who is this with the light bulbs? Hi. I don't know who you are. Okay. Heidi, did you have any questions?
Landon's next to me, so it might get noisy. Sorry.
Okay.
My question, I guess, is when you message somebody, especially like somebody who's new. So I had that one post that had like 200 likes on it. So I went through and invited all of them to like my page. The ones who commented, I messaged, who said they were interested. Well, they didn't find the messages because then it was like in their other folder, but then I went back through and tried to re-message, and I even paid $1 to a few of them so that it would go directly to them. How long do I wait to re-message them, and then what do I say?
I would definitely not message them unless you can either pay the $1 or you've added them as a friend, because there's no point in messaging them if it's going to go to their other folder.
Well, I did add them. I did try the ones that I had messaged first and didn't pay the $1 because I did it from my phone. You can't do that from your phone. And then tried to get them to go to their other folder to do it. I did add them as friends, but none of them have accepted that yet.
Okay, let it go.
All right.
Then the next, if they like or comment on something the next time, just message them then.
So just write them down and say, hey, just make a note that they didn't accept or whatever, and just kind of watch to see.